The number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits over the last 4 months is worse than any other time in modern history. The fact that new applications for jobless aid remain elevated weeks into the coronavirus crisis points to a fragile economic situation and continued financial pain for many households. Though the trend has been improving in recent weeks, a spike in coronavirus infections around the country and extinguished federal aid risk more layoffs in the near future. Out-of-work Americans filed 2.3 million new claims for unemployment benefits last week, according to Labor Department data issued Thursday. That includes about 1.3 million claims for traditional unemployment insurance and an additional 1 million through the new federal Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program for the self-employed, freelancers and other workers generally ineligible for standard state benefits. It was the 16th week in a row, since the week of March 21, when states began imposing lockdown measures, that new applications for jobless benefits exceeded 1 million. The highest prior weekly total for new unemployment claims was 695,000, in October 1982, according to Labor Department data. During the Great Recession, the country's last downturn, weekly claims peaked at 665,000, in March 2009. More from personal finance: fewer Americans may get a second stimulus check. Your income took a hit. Now what? Households need those tax refunds to cover rent. Put another way, new unemployment applications during each week since mid-March have been at least 3 times as high as their worst week of the Great Recession. Ongoing job losses point to continued pain for U.S. businesses, even as the country's official unemployment rate improved to 11.1% last month from its 14.7% peak in April. The most recent job losses are more concerning than those earlier in the recession, said Heidi Shierholz, former chief economist at the Department of Labor during the Obama administration. It's more likely that recent layoffs won't be temporary, like many of those in the early weeks had been, as businesses that had stayed open and kept their workforce intact are struggling with a drop in demand for their goods and services, Shierholz said. We're still seeing an enormous amount of job losses, said Shierholz, director of policy at the Economic Policy Institute, a left-leaning think tank. And they're of particular concern because they're more likely to be permanent. Getting laid off in the middle of a very deep recession spells a high likelihood of seeing a big drop in your living standards that is lasting, she added. In all, nearly 33 million people were collecting unemployment benefits as of June 20, according to most recent Labor Department data, 5 times the previous high of 6.6 million hit during the Great Recession. These individuals may soon see a large drop in household income.